All right, welcome back to the show. We got some grilled shrimp for you today. We're firing up the grill and we're going with a classic shrimp and grits. We're going to show you how to get these seasoned up and grilled up. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be grilling up these shrimp today. So I'm going to show you how to get these shrimp clean. These are super colossal shrimp. So what you want to do is leave the tail end on. These are cleaned, deveined already from the factory. They're fresh water and they're super colossos. That's how you peel that off. Into the basket it goes. And you're just going to look for any kind of dirt that's in there. That guy's pretty clean. I'm just going to show you a couple of these. And show you. Now, the tail broke off from this one. We're just going to leave it there because I could skewer it right on there. And stick the skewer right through there. And it'll still look pretty. So don't worry about that. We need enough to fit on each skewer, so I'm going to show you how to skewer these and season them. Make sure you get the feet off too. And just look for any dirty shrimp in the back of the waistline like that. So let's get the shell off first. And while we're cleaning these, any kind of seafood is very hard and difficult to cook because the fact that you can't undercook it or overcook it, it has to be spot on. So we got this clean. And one thing with shrimp, it cooks very different on the grill than inside. So if you're cooking shrimp and clams or shrimp and pasta, everything that applies to it inside is completely different outside. So you don't want to smoke shrimp, because when you try to smoke a shrimp, you're going to turn it into a rubber ball. You want to cook it over high heat, directly over the fire. You want to cook them fast, get in, get out. Because it takes 2 seconds to undercook them, and it takes 2 seconds to overcook them. So it's a very tricky thing, and practice makes perfect. Okay, let's show you this one. So yes, a lot of people ask me, can you smoke shrimp? Especially shrimp this size, you'll dry them right out. So basically when you're smoking them at a low temperature, you're dehydrating them. And seafood loves its moisture. And if you try dropping the temperature down and hitting them with smoke to cook them, it definitely won't work. I've been there, I tried it. School of hard knocks. So this is why I can just go right off on a grill on a more expensive shrimp like this. Guns blazing. Because I know what I'm doing. And this practice makes perfect. I wasn't always there. See, we lost that little tail? Doesn't make a difference. You don't even see it. But we will clean out that line that's there, like I said. That's the poopy line, and you don't want that in your shrimp. All right. So I think we have enough for a skewer. So this is how we're going to skewer this up. Just like this. I don't want to overcrowd these. I'm going Should get a decent amount on here. It's a pretty good skewer size. I'll turn that over to the other side and start the same thing on the other side. Keeping your shrimp turned towards the middle. So this way, the tails are on the outside. Just like that. And there we have it. And there's room for one more. Let's get them on. All right, there we have it. I'm going to put this one off to the side for now. And we're going to show you how to season, why it's on here. And then I'm going to get to peeling these and season them and screw them up. Cooking spray. You don't want this to stick to the grill. Both sides. It's a lot easier than trying to rub these down. And then this is Hungarian paprika with just onion powder. I'm not going to salt these until they come off the grill, because when you put salt on seafood, it automatically starts to change the texture, starts to suck the moisture out of the meat, and I don't ever salt my seafood until it's off the grill. Inside's a different story, but outside, I salt after it comes off. Why it's nice and hot, and the salt can go right down into the shrimp. You don't suck out the moisture. I don't over season. That's it. It's done. Now, I'm going to get to peeling these other shrimp and cleaning them, and we'll meet you right back here. So, I put the tails to the outside, like I said I was going to do. And the reason why I put the tails to the outside is when they cook, they get hard. And you don't want them in the middle. They'll stick to each other. You just want them to the outside. If you're serving these on skewers, presentation-wise, you want to have the skewers look good with the tails on the outside. Also, it keeps that meat moist. And the last part of the tail doesn't keep it from drying out. And at the price of food today, nothing in my house goes to waste. All right, we're gonna put these in the fridge for a couple hours, and out onto the cooker they go. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. This is what we're grilling on today. This is a custom hibachi and shish kebab cooker, and we're gonna show you the inside of this. Now, the reason why we call it a custom hibachi grill is because if you look at the grates, nothing can fall through. So if you little pieces of meat that you can go on top of here, like pork belly, and if you're putting little things from, for example, like a hibachi grill on here, you're not going to fall through. I could lift these up, and now I could put my kebabs, just line them up and put my shish kebab skewers from here to here. So I could slide this in back, keep the whole fire going, and just keep shish kebabs from here to here, and I don't even need the grates for my shish kebabs, that I can line them up. This grill is very narrow, and it's very long. Let me show you how these grates go back on. They go like that. And like that. So it's a very sealed unit. And this is the cool zone in the back. And when you take off all your shish kebabs or your hibachi, whatever it is that you're cooking, shrimp, as you notice, I can put shrimp right on here, and this is why we're using it tonight, even though they're on skewers. If one falls off, it won't go through the grate. So, cool spot in the back to put your food. and this is all hot. And that's it. All right, we're just gonna show you a very fast corn fritter recipe to go along with this beautiful shrimp and grits. So right here we have our corn, which is the star, scallions, green onions, and red bell peppers. So we need to start with getting this corn into a basket. So we're gonna just get this corn shaved. Gonna take it off the husk. And this is gonna go right inside our fritters. Get everything up off the crown. And that's good. Now, this corn happened to be a couple days old in my fridge. And if you're gonna do things like this, and you don't have fresh corn, I always leave some corn around to do that way. It's still fresh, but we're making a cream of corn to go along with our shrimp and grits. But I use up the older corns first and use all the fresh ones for things like cream of corn. Just gotta make sure I get that off good. Same bowl, we're gonna put some scallions in, which is the green onion. So we're just gonna chop up some scallions. Into the basket they go. And you want to get them in smaller pieces because you don't want big pieces of scallion inside our fritters. So get them in smaller sizes, and if you see a big one, just cut it down. See that? I feel it's too big, so we'll just cut it down. All right, so now we got our scallion, and we're going to work on our bell peppers. The peppers will bring flavor, color. And for those of you that don't know what a corn fritter is, it's fried bread. And that's exactly what we're making today. Fried corn fritters with these nice veggies in there. Let's get those inside. These will go perfect with our shrimp and grits. Some people have cornbread, but I feel with the cornbread is a grain, the grits are a grain, and it's too much grain on grain. But you never go wrong with a fritter. And it's fried. And that's what we're doing. Frying up bread. Now, you want to watch your ratios, because today we're using 4 cups of flour. There's no specific way to cut these peppers. Just get them cut. Let's get them cut up, get them in there. And watch your ratios. You don't want more than everything else. You want your corn to be the star of the show. Let's mix it. So we give that a mix. Let's see where we are. We want our corn to be stand out, and everything else is almost a sideshow. So it almost looks like an even mixture. More corn than the rest of the stuff. And I think I'm even going to put a little bit more red pepper in there. Red bell pepper, they're not hot. All right, and that's about where I want to be. I'm going to leave the rest of that because I feel it's going to be overpowering, and it's going to overpower our corn. This is 4 cups of flour and some warm water. Don't go over 70 degrees on the water. A little salt, baking powder. Not baking soda, baking powder. It's a half a teaspoon to 4 cups of flour. A little salt to taste. There you go, one more. This is a half a teaspoon. So 1.5 teaspoons I'm using to 4 cups of flour. And now into our veggies we go. Just dump the whole thing right in there. And get the mixing. Just like that. We're going to start adding our water till we get to a good consistency that we want. It's going to be a mushy consistency. So watch your water, but if you mess up, you can always add more flour. Your fingers are going to be a mess afterwards, but it's okay. Just from all the flour stuck to them like that. You want to use a glove? You can do that. But I want you to see how fast this is. And we have our fryer going for this to go into. And we're just going to get our consistency right. It should be the consistency of what's on my fingers. I think we're going to go in with just a little bit more water, just a tad. And you notice I'm running this over my hands because I'm trying to clean my hands off at the same time. And hopefully my timing is good with my consistency, and I have most of this off of my fingers at the end. I'm going to pull up the flour from the rest of the end of the bowl here, underneath, and start to incorporate that in, working from the edges in until all that flour is out of there, used up, and incorporate it with this mixture. All right, I'm almost to where I need to be with this. And I'm going to take it out of this vessel and put it right into that vessel. Don't worry about flouring the bottom. And that's the consistency you want. Just like that. I got sticky stuff on my fingers. And that's what you're looking for. Now we'll take this out of this vessel and into here we go. And we're ready for the fryer. Time to fry this up. Just gotta start off 2 spoons, just like that. And you just gotta get them dropped in the grease. Now, I dropped the basket already. And you wanna drop these into the grease. If you put these in the basket, they'll stick and you'll have a mess on your hands. So, we're just kind of forming them, just like this. And into the grease they go. These go pretty quick. So don't use your fingers to do it because they're pretty sticky. All right. I'm going to show you one batch of these. Then we're going to get to frying the rest of these up. And we're out on the cooker. Let's move them over. Flip them over. Just like that. And as you can see, they're starting to crisp up nicely. I usually do batches of like few at a time, get them nice and brown. And you can use your tongs. That was one of the first ones we put in. So get some good color on them. And you don't want to go too hard. Just get some nice color on them. And drop your next batch in. And don't forget to turn them. All right, we're going to start to get out our first batch. They're nice and light. They almost feel very airy. I'm going to let that one go a little bit longer. This one here is about the same. You can see as I drop it down in here. That's where we want to be. Just like that. Now I'm leaving my basket down here the entire time. And I'm just bringing them out on my own. But if you're not good or comfortable, then don't do that. Now we added salt to these. You could salt them afterwards if you like. And there we have it. That's our first batch of fritters. And what we're going to do, it's really fast here, is cut into one and show you the consistency of the fritter. They're hot, so I'm just going to go right in. And look at that. It's not doughy. Pulls right apart, and it's bright. Let's give that a Pitmaster try. Wow. Excellent. All right, we're gonna get to frying these up, and we'll see you right back here. time to get this shrimp on. All right, our fire's nice and stabilized. So we're gonna put them on like this. I'm gonna turn that one that way. I'm gonna flip this one back around this way. This way everybody's got a spot in the fire. And we can get our lid to close. Move that one a little bit up. Our lid won't close. And as you can see, they're cooking already. So we're going to close these up, get them cooking from the inside out, and we're going to flip them over. Time to flip these. Just going to flip them on the same sides. This is why you oil them. So they flip easy. But they don't stick to your grill. Alright, I lost two there, but we'll come right back to them. Just as long as they're on the grill and they're getting cooked. Now this is cooking a little bit darker over here, which is good. And we're going to kick that back end out a little bit over there. And then we're going to trade two of them around. So let's get this closed back up and stabilized, and they're almost ready to come off. These things are only going to cook for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. That's it. Let's close her up. I'm going to pull two of these off. So I'm going to pull this side off. I think I'm going to let this side go a little bit longer. I'm going to let this side go a little bit longer too. But I am going to pull them in about another minute. They're doing great. Like I said, you always got to check on it because it's just seconds in between from either undergoing or overgoing. And if you overshoot it, they're rubber balls. And if you undershoot it, nobody eats raw shrimp. Our final minute's up. Time to pull these. I'm gonna start pulling these off. All right, we're here. We're on the chopping block. Let's see what we got. Look at those. Gorgeous grilled shrimp. Cooked, perfect. Look at those. We're serving family style today. We got beautiful creamy grits. This was our corn fritters. Cream of corn, fresh cream of corn. Let's plate this up, and like I said, we're plating up family style. First thing we're gonna do is get our grits in here. Nice, creamy grits. And we're just gonna fill that beautiful cast iron right up with those. Just like that. Just let them find their way around. Now there's salt, butter, and black pepper in there. Very easy dish and very simple dish. A very traditional dish. All right, so we got that in there. Now we're gonna go in with our cream of corn. Right on top. Just like that. Can't go wrong with too much cream of corn. And I think we're gonna use it all up. There it is. All right, there's our cream of corn. And we're gonna get our shrimp aboard. We're gonna start dancing our shrimp around the outside of the plate. Just like that. I'm gonna use both hands. A lot easier. This is nice because all of your guests can just grab what they want. Just slide them right around. And everybody's got plenty of shrimp. Now, I got company coming over, and I made this for them last year. And right now, it's Sunday morning, so they were gonna bug out over this because they don't know I'm doing it. Okay, a couple more of these shrimp right around the outside. We're going to stand a few up inside. Just like that. And we don't want to overcrowd it. But maybe one more in the middle will go beautifully. Just like that, tail up. Okay. We're gonna scallion up. Get our beautiful scallions in here. It is the South. Gotta put your green onion in. And that is it. That is shrimp grits and cream of corn, Southern style. All right, there it is. That is the South on a cast iron. Family style. All right, I'm going to turn this around so you get a little better angle at this side. And we're going to get organized, and we're going to meet you right back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, there it is. Shrimp and grits, Southern style. And if you like this video, and more videos that are about to come, please hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that little bell up top so this way you get the notification so you get all the videos first. We love having you. Thank you for coming. And with no further ado, gotta get that little Pet Master taste.